Coming off a World Series, over 100 wins on the year, and having the league MVP on their team are a few reasons why the Boston Red Sox sit on top of the ranks in the MLB.
Some said the Yankees were the best team in baseball with their strong bats. However, the Red Sox defeated them many times throughout the season and in the playoffs. A few of these Yankees wins helped to get them to 108 wins on the season.
The first point we're going to go into is these 108 wins and how they were most in franchise history. First, the Red Sox were in a very tough division this year, which is the AL East. They had to play the New York Yankees and Tampa Bay Rays multiple times throughout the year, who gave them very tough series, but in the end, they managed to win most of them.
The Red Sox had the best record in the MLB, the best record in the AL, and in the NL.
Finally, according to Baseball Reference, the next closest team that the Red Sox have had to 100 wins was a 1912 team who managed to finish with 105, but it was not as many as this 2018 team had.
With the Red Sox 108 wins on the season, it led them to getting the first seed in the playoffs, where they faced the Yankees, which we will talk more about later.
Also, they managed to beat the Houston Astros, who are the defending World Series champs, in 5 games, which allowed them to advance to the World Series.
The Red Sox defeated the Dodgers in 5 games of a 7-game series. The Dodgers have now lost the last 2 World Series. The hero for the Red Sox was first baseman Steven Pearce, who was a catalyst for the Sox with very timely hitting throughout the series. Now we're going to talk more about some of the guys that helped the Sox be so successful in the season.
The first player I want to mention is Mookie Betts. Mookie ended up being the MVP of the league at the end of the season and is the leader of the Red Sox. He had over 30 home runs this season, over 30 stolen bases, and 80 RBIs, which shows he can do a little bit of everything. He also leads the outfield as he is the center fielder and played almost every game this year. The next person we're going to go into is JD Martinez.
So JD Martinez was the AL MVP runner-up next to his teammate Mookie Betts. JD hit for 43 home runs and 130 runs batted in, and he had a season batting average of .331.
The next 2 players we're going to talk about are the pitchers that led them to so many wins this year. Chris Sale and David Price are 2 elite pitchers who led this team all year long. They both carried over 10 wins on the year. David Price was especially key in the playoffs, as he managed to beat the Houston Astros and Dodgers multiple times in each series. He's definitely proven himself, even though he struggled in the past, and he was one of the main reasons why the Red Sox were able to win the World Series this year. Next, we're going to talk about how many people may think the Yankees are just as good as the Red Sox, but Jabari is going to tell you why that's not necessarily true.
So there's a lot of controversy throughout the season. What team was the best in the league? Obviously, the 2 strongest teams were said to be the Yankees and the Red Sox, who actually faced in the first round of playoffs. So the Red Sox held more head-to-head wins on the season with the Yankees, and the Red Sox had a first-round bye, whereas the Yankees played in the play-in game, the wild card game, where they had to win to qualify, and then they faced the Red Sox, who they lost to in a 5-game series.
Most importantly, one game in particular, which was Game 3 of this Red Sox-Yankees series in the playoffs, the Red Sox ended up winning 16-1, and this game was at Yankee Stadium. So that goes to show that the Red Sox really proved to be a much better team, even when they had to go on the road and when they were also at Fenway Park. Finally, it's very obvious, but the Yankees did not win the World Series. So when we talk about having the best season overall, it's easy to say that the Red Sox did it because they showed that they can win multiple series in the regular season and then carry themselves through the playoffs without losing more than 2 games in the series. Finally, we're going to wrap up and say that all in all, winning 100 games for the Red Sox was a really big deal because it hasn't happened in a very long time. On top of that, an incredible World Series run, beating the Yankees, who's an arch rival, the Houston Astros, who won the World Series last year, and the Los Angeles Dodgers, who have made the World Series back-to-back years, is a major feat that most teams can't say they've done. Finally, having Mookie Betts, JD Martinez, as well as Chris Sale and David Price as leaders of this team proved that the Red Sox are easily the best team in the MLB, and that they're going to be a force to be reckoned with in years to come.
Go Sox.